Hey everybody, and welcome back for another VR review. Today we're taking a look at Space Pirate Trainer for the Oculus Quest. We're also going to compare it to its PCVR counterpart on a Vive Pro with a 1080 Ti. Now this game is actually one of my all-time favorite PCVR games. It's really easy to jump into, it's always fun, gets you all pumped up really quick, and it's a great way to introduce people to VR. Anytime I have a VR noob in my house, I throw them right into this game. Space Pirate Trainer isn't just a wave shooter, but it brings enough to the table to make it an exceptional one. There is a large assortment of guns that you can switch to at any time, and this is actually one of the strategic mechanics in the game. Some weapons are simply much more effective against certain enemies. Now personally, I am partial to dual wielding ion grenades, but at times I will switch to enemy specific weapons. Another major mechanic is the ability to reach over your shoulder and pull out a shield. There are two different types of shields available. One is a more offensive style shield, where it's actually a lot harder to block or deflect back enemy bullets, but it also gives you the ability to use an electric whip and maneuver enemies across the screen. The standard shield can release a concussive blast that will scatter enemies and bullets. Now, one of the most overlooked mechanics is your ability to dodge incoming bullets. The game actually slows down and gives you some bullet time, a few moments to react when lasers are approaching. You're also notified by some audio cues. This is a good time to just move. Even if you don't see the lasers, move vertically or horizontally as quick as you can. And this is one area where the Oculus Quest may excel compared to some people's PCVR versions. While I have a fairly big play area, which is about 10 feet by 12 feet, and I've never really felt like I've needed more room to adequately play Space Pirate Trainer, I decided to take my Oculus Quest into my 2-car garage, which gave me about double that play space. Now overall, that extra room was fun, but didn't give me much more of an advantage. But if you are someone with a smaller play area, or constantly getting hung up on your PCVR tether, this is one area where the Oculus Quest really excels. Now I have a wireless adapter on my Vive Pro, so this isn't really an issue for me, but in the past, I have stepped on my cable while playing this game, yanked my head back so hard that I was thrown to the ground while playing this game. Now that was a freak accident and only happened once in countless hours of VR gaming, but it gets pretty wild in this game. The game has some really nice graphics, a large variety of enemies and different power-ups. It's mechanically sound from top to bottom, and it has an excellent soundtrack that always gets me pumped up. I mean, just look at my goofy dance moves throughout this video. Now, when comparing this to its PCVR counterpart, it's very similar to every other game that I've done a comparison like this. The graphics are similar to a minimum spec VR system trying to run this game. Textures are always a bit flatter, and there's missing special effects. Performance-wise, the game runs great as long as you're not casting or recording, then you'll see some minor stutters. Nothing that drove me nuts or prevented me from really enjoying the game, but there are some stutters here and there. The Oculus Quest version also suffers from that same lack of presence or immersion that I've seen on every other game I've played with the Quest. Now this is not a failing of the actual port, this is more the hardware at play. The lower fidelity and the lower hertz LCD screens just cause VR to feel quote unquote not as real. Ultimately, the PCVR version of this game seems much more intense. It almost appears as if enemies are moving faster. Now, I can't actually confirm that. I've been reviewing the footage back and forth, and I can't really confirm that, but that's the sensation you get when you're playing in PCVR. I also discovered a bug in the Oculus Quest version. When you activate the drone power-up, it can't correctly target the extremely large enemies. It continually fires at their wings even after you've already destroyed them and they're no longer a target. If you could see in the PCR version, it is correctly shooting at the eye. Luckily though, Space Pirate Trainer is just as fun on the Quest as it is on PCVR, and there are multiple game modes for people who are a bit more casual or want to kick it up a notch. If you have an Oculus Quest, this is a staple shooter. And again, you may be gaining a benefit that PCVR players do not have, which is 1, no tether, and 2, possibly a much bigger play space area. So if you haven't figured it out by now, you should be going to pick up this game. It is an excellent game and I highly recommend it. Okay guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me hear your feedback. What has your experience with Space Pirate Trainer been? Are you like me? Do you have war stories where you fell on your ass playing VR? I want to hear those stories too. Alright guys, if you enjoy this content, click the subscribe. I'll see you on next time.